question for you. Is anybody in the audience working on a bucket list by any chance? No? Okay, good. You're never going to die. Don't worry about it. I don't have a bucket list either. What I do have, though, is I have a fuck it list. Yeah. All I have on there is Cameron Diaz and a whale's blowhole. Really, what else is there? Made a weird trip to the store recently. I had to buy some new underwear because apparently the pairs I got in 6th grade when I made the switch from briefs to boxers weren't built to last forever. And there's a lot going on a package of underwear. I didn't know that. Every single one's got a big buff male model on it, posing like. Felt like I was looking at a Victor's Secret catalog. You know what I mean? It's like, why is this necessary? I'm only looking for 2 things: size, color. Medium, navy blue, perfect. I don't need to know what the underwear would look like if I had a perfectly chiseled 6-pack, was completely hairless, and had a gigantic bulge. That's not what I'm working with. So get it out of my face. Thank you. Just tell me the color and the size. Pink, extra small, perfect. It is good to be here. I'm not going to lie, though. I'm always happy to be anywhere other than at my crappy job. Anybody else got a crappy job? Couple people, yeah. Well, I've had lots of crappy jobs, so I'm pretty much used to it. First crappy job I ever had was working at McDonald's. Anybody had that? McPleasure? Yeah, it's a good time. It's a good time. I remember my first crappy day at my first crappy job. I remember the first crappy thing they made me do. I had to go down into the basement and watch the McBrainwash tapes. Restaurant training videos, they're all the same anywhere you go. They just strap you down in a chair and hold your eyelids open like a clockwork orange and flash a bunch of words across the screen. Hate, love, Big Mac. War, peace, French fries, sex, I'm loving it. Show rapid fire images of like a crucifix, a baby rhinoceros being born, and close-ups of somebody's eye surgery. You can learn a lot from those tapes. I did. Watched for about 8 hours till I remembered I was down there, and they came down and drooling out the corner of my mouth like, I'm loving it, 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 I'm loving it. And they said, he looks like he's ready to learn fries. So they took me upstairs, put me on fries, and I was doing it. Slowly but surely learning the art of dipping the basket in the oil and pressing the single button. But then we got this crazy rush out of nowhere, okay? And I learned in the industry, they call that getting slammed, right? We're getting slammed! Hey, all hands on deck! Where's Kyle? Out in the lobby? Fuck the lobby, we're getting slammed! Anybody that's worked fast food knows there's always somebody named Kyle, and he's never where he's supposed to be. It's a fact. I learned that day that, I just couldn't keep up amidst the slamming. And they didn't cut me any slack. The manager turns to me at one point, he's all sweaty and exasperated. He's got ketchup on his McDonald's tie. She used to wear because he's fancy. He looks at me, he goes, come on, fries! And I was like, oh, this job's gonna suck. Not only is he yelling at me, but I'm pretty sure he just nicknamed me Fries. Which I was definitely not cool with, if I got a vote, which I didn't. Cut to 10 years later, I'm working at Pizza Hut. But they call me Dishes. So I've come a long way. Work with all women at the Pizza Hut. I call them the pizza sluts. And one of the pizza sluts said to me one time, if you're a comedian, how come we ain't heard none of your jokes? I said, well, because I view you more as an inspiration than an audience. True. While she was asking me that question, I was thinking about how Kid Rock exists so that white trash hillbillies can listen to rap music without giving money to black people. Worked at Subway for a while too. Can you believe it? Not often you meet somebody that's worked at McDonald's, Pizza Hut, and Subway. I'm kind of a jack of all trades. It's okay to be impressed. Subway was in the news like last year. You might have heard about this over in Ohio, where I'm from. National headlines, Subway, one of the sandwich artists, must have been a pretty slow day, decided to have a little fun. So he took out his own personal condiments, his wiener and his balls, and he put them on a Subway sandwich. And he took pictures, and he posted them on Facebook. And he got fired fired for that. For that. Come on. I'm pretty sure if you call your employees sandwich artists, you shouldn't get so bent out of shape when they take a little artistic liberty, right? That day shift manager just didn't understand his art. That was his masterpiece. The BLD. Pretty sure he had a caption along with his photo, right? Like, the best 6 inches money can buy. Or she asked for extra meatballs. Speaking of putting your dick in weird places, does anybody use Craigslist?